Bell would just reach level 5 is already one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful standing in the upper echelon of adventurers level 5. This is due to two main reasons: his accumulated status and his recently acquired battle experience. We have always known that Bell grows quickly, and throughout his levels he has consistently accumulated status, gaining extra status points and accumulating them to become stronger for future level ups. That is why upon becoming a level 4, he was already as strong as those in the upper ranks of the level. On the other hand, Bell's combat experience has turned him into a razor-sharp weapon, especially after his time in Folkvanger. Within the Freya family, Bell fought daily against some of the most powerful adventurers in the world, taking hits and learning from them, while also being forced to face stronger opponents and adapting to survive. This of course gave Bell a massive power boost, both in terms of combat experience and status. It's no surprise that, upon leaving the Freya family, Bell boosted the highest status that he had ever achieved in the entire series, with all his status in SSS rank above 1000. Thus, already prepared to ascend to level 5, he became even stronger. And naturally, when he leveled up, he immediately became one of the most powerful level 5s in the world. And if you're still unsure why this happens, I've explained all of this for you before diving into Bell's other powers. But first, join the great community by subscribing to the channel to support me and get the best of the otaku world. To understand why Bell is far more powerful than others at his level, we need to examine how fauna and level works in Danmachi. Fauna is the blessing that gods grant to mortals, allowing them by absorbing the ichor of the gods to receive a small fragment of divine powers and grow stronger. Upon receiving a fauna, everyone starts at level 1, and adventurers need to earn Excelia to grow stronger and consequently level up. Within their fauna, adventurers have stats that range from rank I to rank S, with I being the lowest and S the highest for each attribute. However, the cap for rank S is 999, but Bell is an exception for this rule. Thanks to Lyra's freeze, he consistently reached the coveted rank S and surpassed it, achieving SS and SSS ranks, with stats exceeding 1000. Normally, reaching S rank isn't required to level up, and it is quite rare. Only few achieve this feat. However, reaching such heights through dungeon experience is considered a noteworthy accomplishment, and when leveling up, adventurers experience a significant increase in power while their current stats are reset to 0, and then in their new level, they must raise those stats again through combat, training and adventure. Interestingly, the stats from previous levels remain with the individual as a base. In other words, the higher their status at one level, the stronger their base for the next level. So to gauge someone through power, you can combine their current stats with the residual stats from previous levels to get an indication. With this in mind, Bell will always reach and surpass the maximum possible stats, achieving multiple SS and SSS ranks as an accumulated stat base far greater than any other adventurer at his level. In fact, depending on the case, even adventurers at high levels don't have as many total stats as Bell. That is why Bell at level 4 was as strong as a level 5, at level 3 as strong as level 4, and so on. This is also why Bell, even though he has just reached level 5, is already one of the most powerful level 5s in terms of raw strength, not to mention the vast experience he gained fighting in Folkvanger and training with Ice and Ryu. And of course, like I said, all of this is only possible thanks to one thing: Lyra's freeze. This skill is what allowed Bell to grow stronger at an unprecedented pace, gaining power faster than anyone else. As long as Bell maintains his strong desire to grow and move forward, this ability will continue to let him develop faster. The stronger the desire, the quicker his growth will be. It is thanks to Lyra's freeze that he could break through the level barriers and accumulate stats to this extent, and Bell's desire to grow stronger primarily stems from his wish to reach and walk alongside Ice, although there are several smaller motivations behind it as well. But even with Lyra's freeze playing a role in his growth, we cannot overlook the process of him becoming stronger, which involved the rigorous training and trials of the Freya family. After reaching the level 4, even as a newcomer, Bell was already rivaling Aisha and Ryu in Strenght, two adventurers who had been a powerhouse for quite some time, highlighting his accumulated power. Then, following his grand adventure in the deep floors, Bell experienced a significant increase in his stats, reaching ranks B and C in all of them. Although these ranks might not seem extraordinary, they correspond to values of 700 and 800 in numbers, which is a massive achievement. This means Bell, whose level 4 stats has been reset to 0, gained over 3,000 points in total after this adventure in the deep floors, placing him at the pinnacle of level 4 and showcasing the dangers he faced. After all, gaining Excelia and status points becomes increasingly difficult as one grows stronger. So, while his previous experience might have shot him to S rank instantly, this time, being a level 4, they only brought him to rank B at best, even after nearly dying over 8 times, fighting vastly stronger opponents and learning countless lessons. By this point, Bell was already as strong as an entry level 5 adventurer or mid-level. And after that, however, he was taken in by the Freya family. Following his baptism, all of Bell's stats were ranked SSS, with some even surpassing 1,300. Taking all of this into account and considering Bell's accumulated stats, it's clear that he is far more powerful than his peers at the same level. Typical adventurers level up with stats ranging from 600 to 800, while Bell's stats easily exceed 1000. Bell's foundation is fundamentally superior to everyone else, making him naturally stronger than any adventurer at his level, especially since he continues to grow rapidly as well. This is also why Bell can fight evenly against high-level opponents in many situations we have ever seen. After all, his base stats at a lower level are often comparable to those of opponents ranked higher than him. An adventurer would typically need to be at least 2 levels above Bell to surpass him in stats and strength. Now, if his near-death experiences on the deep floors raised him to rank B, imagine doubling to the status just by training with the Freya family. This underscores how intense and brutal that training was and how strong Bell became by enduring it. After his baptism as an Enherjar, Bell became a true warrior. Unlike adventure and fighting dungeon monsters, where he had time to think, learn, hide, avoid and strategize, his training was purely combat. Fights that pushed him to the brink of death repeatedly, leaving no room for thought, engraved into Bell's body how to fight, how to survive, sharpening his instincts and battle sense. He fought top-tier adventurers to the death and, upon approaching the brink, was ruled by support teams, so he could fight even more. This is what allowed Bell to grow as much as he did during his time on the deep floors. After all, the best situation for an adventurer's growth is a life or death scenario that pushes them to the very limit. And this is how the Freya Familia pushed Bell to get the higher status in his life. Alongside his status, one of the Bell's greatest allies and strengths, without a doubt, is Firebolt. Firebolt is an instant cast combat magic that Bell has learned to use in various ways, whether catching opponents off guard, attacking enemies from distance, using it as a distraction, as a smokescreen, or even as a range attack to create openings. Firebolt has proven invaluable. Throughout this series, and especially in his battles against enemies in the deep floors or members of the Freya family, Firebolt has consistently been one of the Bell's greatest assets. Particularly in fights against multiple opponents, Firebolt provides Bell with a significant advantage and allows him to secure victories. Similarly, against the Moss Rouge and Juggernaut, we see how concentrated or suppressed uses of Firebolt in Argovesta allowed Bell to wield immense power when it mattered the most. And of course, we cannot overlook Argonaut, a skill that allows Bell to charge and unleash a powerful attack that often surpasses even his own level, and is channeling Argonaut with Firebolt that he can use Argovesta, which combines the powerful charge attack of Argonaut and Fire Might of Firebolt. But now, Bell also received new powers, gaining a new skill likely tied to Freya. Bell now possesses Vanadis Tavar, that is essentially a protection for him. This skill focuses on rendering him immune to charms. While Lyris Freeze grants Bell a significant resistance to charms, he can still be slightly influenced by them at times, especially in moments of weakness. And then, after everything he endured at Freya's hands, Bell was bestowed with this skill, which activates whenever charms are used against him, granting a substantial status boost to resist external influence. In addition, his willpower and stamina begin to recover infinitely, giving Bell virtually inexhaustible magic power and resilience, although it remains unclear how this will manifest, as as the skill requires someone to use charm against him to activate it, its potential is undeniable. But beyond the skill, Bell also gained a new development ability upon leveling up, Chain Attack. Alongside his other development abilities, Luck, Escape, and Abnormal Resistance, Bell now possesses Chain Attack. Luck increases his luck, Escape provides a small boost to his status when fleeing from enemies, Abnormal Resistance grants resistance to status effects such as a poison, paralysis, and similar conditions, and Chain Attack enhances Bell offensive when striking enemies quickly, focusing on speed, making consecutive rapid attacks. This perfectly aligns with Bell's combat style, which emphasizes quick strikes and evading enemies' attacks. Thus, his overall fighting style has received a substantial power boost. And this is how Bell reached level 5. Although he's still at the beginning of the level, he is likely as strong as the Gulliver brothers, or any other level 5 nearing the end of their level, facing a level 6 opponent, while challenging is no longer an impossibility for Bell. He can indeed hold his ground against them, and with a boost from Haruhim with the use of Argonaut, Bell could achieve even great feats against opponents of level 7. But well, in this video I focus primarily on Bell and his current power. However, if you want a video discussing Bell's overall power, including all his stats, skills, and abilities in detail, you can comment below and I will bring one for you guys. If you wanna keep diving into Danmachi, this video might be perfect for you now. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe the channel, and comment below to prove you made it this far. Now I'm out.